tonight, so much to get to. We start in the auditorium for an awards night, honoring those athletes who have shined above others and those who competed. Every athlete invited, every athlete honored, the coaches awards, the coaches MVPs, then the special awards given out each and every year, including the Ram of the Year and Rookie of the Year. We'll get to those, as well as the moments of honoring Mr. Scanlon as he enters his final days as athletic director here at Shepherd Hill. We'll bring you those moments and even those funny moments that were presented here. We were there. Cam Simpson reporting is coming up on that. In other news, we turn to the softball field in a big win for the team, able to beat Oakmont 12-1. The team is now marching their way into the state tournament, where they'll be competing in the next few weeks. States are going to be a big part of today's episode as we dive into the other teams. In states tennis, boys, 11 straight streak has been broken by their loss, but that's okay. They were qualified into the Massachusetts state tournament, which was big. Then we go to girls tennis. They are going to head to the state playoff preliminary round after beating Tantascwa 3-2. That happened on Sunday, 4 days ago, but they're going to be in the States. And they're not the only team in States. Girls lacrosse put it last end of the season push, a massive push to get into the state tournament. They are currently qualified for that state tournament as well, and boys baseball as well qualified. We'll break it all down for you as they head into an athletic directors tournament this weekend. We got a busy one for you, and on top of all that, we got national sports. The Celtics competed last night. We don't know the results at time of recording, but we do know the results from game one. What a thriller.
From Shepherd Hill Regional High School, this is Shepherd Hill Sports Zone with Cameron Simpson.
Hello everyone, welcome back to another video. My name is Cameron Simpson, and thank you so much for being with you on this Friday edition of Shepherd Hill Sports Zone. So much to get to today's show. We have award night, which we'll get to in just a moment. We were there, cameras out, we got great views, and we got to great experiences from that game, especially honoring Mr. Scanlon as he enters his final few moments here at Shepherd Hill. We'll bring you all of that. You won't miss anything if you weren't there. But we also got the state tournament, which results on that will begin next Wednesday. Those schedules will be released, and we'll be able to know by Wednesday where the Rams will be competing, and so many Rams teams are in the race for that tournament. But let's start today with what happened on Thursday evening, the day before this long holiday break. And by the way, what an incredible event this has turned into, the third annual award ceremony for Rams athletes. Every athlete has an opportunity to be honored, and every team was honored in their own respects. Coaches awards, coaches MVPs, as well as the Rams Rookie of the Year, one of the staple awards of the ceremony, as well as other named awards, which are giving out to plenty of the best athletes. Some athletes shined, and some were honored multiple times, including the MIAA awards, which were giving out to two ambassadors for the Rams. We'll get to all of that, including these moments, which started the event off with Mr. Scanlon addressing everyone as he enters his final days here at Shepherd Hill. Very powerful statements from him and Mr. Elwell and the awards. Here it is. It's all wrapped up into this recap for you. Here is our awards night from Thursday evening. Thursday night, it was Shepherd Hill Awards night. The evening started with a few remarks from Mr. Elwell.
As principal of Shepherd Hill Regional High School, it's my privilege to welcome all of you to the third annual Shepherd Hill Athletic Awards Night. This evening, we will recognize and celebrate the achievements of our incredibly talented student athletes. Impressive footage. I'd like to present our first award of the evening. In recognition of superhuman agility, the Fine Form Takedown Recovery Award goes to our very own Mr. Jim Scanlon. And I want to take this opportunity to share a few additional thoughts regarding Mr. Scanlon's tenure as he prepares for the next chapter in his professional journey at Acton-Boxborough Regional High School. Many of you are probably familiar with the athletic department's motto of accountability in action. Through his own words and actions, Mr. Scanlon is the embodiment of accountability in action. actively modeling this principle for coaches, student athletes, and spectators every day on the job. I've witnessed the way in which Mr. Scanlon approaches difficult decisions and uncomfortable conversations, and I've appreciated the extent to which Mr. Scanlon conducts himself with integrity and professionalism. Above all else, Mr. Scanlon's interactions with students, whether in the cafeteria on unofficial lunch duty or in the stands at a football game, always demonstrate that students' best interests remain at the forefront of his service. Through it all, Mr. Scanlon faced these and other challenges with perseverance, resourcefulness, and as we just saw a few moments ago, a great sense of humor. For the positive contributions that you've made to your alma mater as athletic director, we thank you. For the ways in which you've elevated the culture of the athletic department, we thank you. And for the students whose lives you have positively impacted through athletics, we thank you. On behalf of the entire Dudley Charlton learning community, we wish you the very best in your new endeavor. And in the event that you are ever unwittingly knocked down again while walking past a gym divider, pick yourself up, dust yourself off, and remember to share the video with your old friends and colleagues on the Hill. Thank you very much, Mr. Scanlon.
And after the remarks, Mr. Scanlon took to the podium after starting
So I was told a few opening remarks by Mr. Elwell, added that into the program, and now I'm in my feels. And so yeah, give me a second here. Example, your attitude, your character, your drive, your resilience, and your empathy. All behaviors, all things you must live and demonstrate to be an effective leader. Whether they are continuing their athletic careers into college and beyond, or simply ending it here tonight, our senior class of 2024 has demonstrated there are valuable lessons to be learned from each of these behaviors. Actions are impactful, while words can sometimes be empty. Drive and passion are essential for leadership. A relentless pursuit of success can be inspirational and can provide the spark a program needs to continue growing. Finally, empathy is an understanding of how others are feeling and thinking. It garners a deep sense of connection, awareness, and loyalty. A good leader can leverage their emotional intelligence to build the relationships needed to be successful. No one can lead alone. This has never been more evident than over the last several years, when time and again our teams have rallied around each other when adversity strikes. Stay the course and be the resilient leaders this program needs to flourish. Believe in yourselves first and foremost, but believe in your ability to face whatever challenges are next. Thank you to all of our student athletes, including those who came up from our middle schools, came over through co-ops, and played countless JV and swing games, but thanks most especially to our senior class of 2024. You hold a special place in my heart, and I will be forever grateful for the opportunity to work with you and watch you grow these past 4 years. I would not trade them for anything, and I suspect our coaches feel the same. You are true leaders on and off the playing surface, and we wish you nothing but luck and success in the years to come. Thank you. Important student athletes.
Then it was
one
time
member
to
of
give
our
out the
junior
awards.
class of student athletes and one member of our senior class of student athletes. Each year, we appoint a new member of the Shepherd Hill athletic community to the MIAA Student Ambassador Program. Trusted student voice on our coaching interview committees is Hannah Fillion. She's mature beyond her years, and she has incredible insights. Now, our senior MIAA Student Ambassador this year is someone who has demonstrated leadership and grit, particularly when he came running to me in the locker room hallway after breaking teeth in a basketball game. Please join me in thanking, and you can come on down, Luke. Please join me in thanking class of 2024 student athlete Luke Poirier. Back in late January, we received a letter from the Masada Executive Board notifying us of their decision to award Grace Guerin the distinction of the 2024 Mickey Sullivan Student Achievement Award. I'll ask you to join me in celebrating a truly significant member of the Shepherd Hill Athletic Department, Mr. Ken Deary. In 1975, Mr. Deary joined the Hill teaching science and going on to coach countless student athletes in the classroom, including me and likely several others in this room, and in various sports, including cross country and track, for decades. A regular fixture on the sidelines, Mr. Deary continued to provide support to our athletic programs as a site worker, PA announcer, and scoreboard operator. There are few with the institutional knowledge and experience that Mr. Deary has. And after nearly 50 years of service to Shepherd Hill and our athletic department, it is my distinct pleasure to recognize and celebrate Mr. Ken Deary as the Massachusetts Secondary Schools Athletic Directors Association recipient of the Joao Rodriguez Distinguished Service Award. Please join me in congratulating Mr. Deary. First up, the Edward Coach K. Kalashevsky Scholarship. This year's recipient of the Edward Coach K. Kalashevsky Scholarship, Abigail Baggio. Next is the Edward Jarris Scholarship, and this year goes to Joshua Harrison. Thomas V. Mulcahy Scholar Athlete Award. The first Thomas V. Mulcahy Scholar Athlete Award tonight goes to Helena Vimes. Our next Thomas V. Mulcahy Scholar Athlete Award goes to Adrian Roach. Next up, we have the Shepherd Hill Rookie of the Year. This year's Shepherd Hill Rookie of the Year, first up, Shaylee Zella. And our second Rookie of the Year, Logan Rada. Next, we have the Shepherd Hill Rising Star Award. Our first Shepherd Hill Rising Star Award this year goes to Lily Knoll. Our second Shepherd Hill Rising Star Award this year goes to Aiden Tyler. The Shepherd Hill Ram of the Year. Present our first Ram of the Year this evening to Grace Garin. To Zachary Wennerberg. The Central Mass Athletic Directors Award. This award goes to 2 student athletes from every high school in central Massachusetts. This award is given to those student athletes who embody the essence of Shepherd Hill Athletics' level of athletic aptitude, representing the absolute best the Rams have to offer across multiple sports. This year's Central Mass Athletic Directors Award, first up, Heidi Jarrett. It's a weapon? And our second Central Mass Athletic Directors Award this evening goes to Luke Poirier. The 2024 James Herrion Memorial Sportsmanship Trophy winner, Mackenzie Millett. Anthony Vignone Memorial Sportsmanship Trophy to Owen Kondek. Again, on behalf of Shepherd Hill Athletics, thank you for celebrating the achievements of our student athletes by attending this year's Athletic Awards Night.
And again, what a great moment that was, and we can't echo those statements that were given on that night even more. Big congratulations to Mr. Scanlon on his new opportunity. He sure will be missed here at Shepherd Hill for the years to come. I want to jump to softball. They played against Oakmont on Wednesday evening. Mackenzie Millette, a star of this game, she doubled and she had 3 RBIs. Annie Haast also had a great game with a double and RBI. Heidi Dross, 2 triples and RBI. Heidi Jarris, 2 triples and RBI, all 3 hits, as the Rams won 15-3, overwhelmed the Spartans, who are now 7-11. This was a consolation game for the Central Mass tournament, which was being run. That same tournament is being run right now on the baseball side of things. Now, both softball and baseball are bracing for the state tournament, the Massachusetts State Tournament. Like I said, brackets, all that's coming out on Wednesday, and we'll keep you posted. Let's switch to another team that's getting ready for that state tournament. That's Shepherd Hill Girls Tennis. They won 3-2 on Sunday to maintain a victory over their local rivals, Tantascwa. Now, these ladies who are pictured in the screen are now on a streak and are going to make it to the state playoff preliminary round. Now that continued in boys tennis, as the boys tennis team had an 11 straight winning record, crushing the record that they had last year. And now with that 11 straight game record, they are into the Massachusetts State Tournament. This is huge. They're competing for a state championship. That begins next week too. And don't you worry, we got you here in Sports Zone with all those brackets, because they're not the only teams heading there. A final push for girls lacrosse this season has now put them into the state tournament as well, winning and putting themselves above 500. Again, with all of this, the state tournaments and more, you got to stick with Shepherd Hill Sports Zone, because we'll break it all down. We'll give you every little bit of knowledge, every little bit of coverage that you need. So stick with us right here. Subscribe to the YouTube page or follow the Instagram page for all updates. And I'm contemplating whether or not we'll come on for Wednesday, a special edition of the show, to break down some of those brackets. We'll figure it out next week. Okay, let's get into the national sports and the Boston Celtics. Now, this video is being filmed on Thursday night. So right now, over here, I have the Celtics game on. I glance once in a while. They are doing their role in the Eastern Conference Final, and it was a close game versus the Pacers on Tuesday night. Way too close for comfort, some would say, but they were able to manage the win in overtime after a huge shot. So what's next for the Celtics? They play the Pacers tonight. They play against Saturday night. I believe it's Saturday. It could be Sunday. I know NBA does take some days off for these events. I'm not 100% sure. Worried about tonight's game. We'll see what happens. Again, thank you so much for being with us. We'll be off on Monday, and we might have 2 next week. Stick with us on the Instagram page for updates. Enjoy your Memorial Day weekend, and for all those who have served, we thank you very much. And for all families affected by a loss due to family members serving, we thank you for all that you do and all your sacrifices for this country. It's really a big deal, Memorial Day. So happy Memorial Day to all, and thanks to all who served. Thank you so much. We'll be back on Monday. Oh, sorry, we will not be here on Monday. We'll be back next week. Until next week, have a great holiday weekend. Good night.
Thanks for watching Shepherd Hill Sports Zone, the only place for Rams sports news.